Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us tmosso@the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions regarding this watch. So, as you can see, that is not a power reserve indicator, and this is not the Tradition 7027. The Breguet series Tradition launched back in 2005. Everyone knows the 37mm reference 7027, but this is the 7037, the retrograde, 1mm larger, launched 1 year later in 2006. For a lot of folks, having a retrograde will be more dynamic and gratifying than a power reserve indicator. So let's talk about the 7037 in white gold. 38mm in diameter, again, one larger than the 7027. It is 46.8 lug-to-lug, 12.5mm thick, and it has a lug spacing of 20mm. Throwing this on the wrist, like most Breguet models with lug styles that are broad, strong, and pastille-like, we have a sense that the watch wears a bit larger than its size. So think of it as a 40 or a 41mm round watch and you get the general idea. My wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference. This is a good fit, but I'd actually say a wrist of 16 centimeters circumference and up is a reasonable size range to wear this watch. Here's your down the barrel, which I always say is the best over the top, which tends to exaggerate the span of the watch, especially when pulling a strap tight. And then here's your cuff shot. You can see it will fit underneath the cuff, not because it's super slim, it's reasonably slim, but it has a domed bezel, so a sleeve can ride up and over. The strap is high grade. You can see rectangular scale alligator leather, fairly large scales, and a very dark blue with a matte finish, a folded edge, some stuffing or bolstering, a monotone stitch, calfskin lining, and you can see a Breguet factory strap, no crimping, no gouging. The watch is white gold, and so is the buckle. You can see it is a snap shut with a friction fit system. And then externally, we have a combination of knurling and media blast. Snaps shut, and then there's some knurling so you can grip it. Note that a screw and a bar is used to fix the buckle to the strap. Very secure, much more confidence-inspiring than a spring bar. But that would count for nothing if the strap weren't also held to the watch using bars and screws. And so you can see here, we have screws, a bar that goes through, and then a set screw on the bottom. So this is not pulling out accidentally. I've seen a lot of spring bar disasters. That won't happen with this arrangement. This is a bit more expensive, but this watch is worth it. Look at this little kerf underneath the crown so you can dig your nail in. They thought of everything. Cold rolled case flanks. They're cold rolled and then hand finished in a jig to create this coining profile. You see there are these two little dips in profile. People ask, what is that? Is that wear or damage? No, those are actually slots for the watchmaker's case knife. That's what that is. And then you can see the lugs are welded to the case. A laborious way of building a case, but it gives you a super sharp break between lug and case that's just about impossible to get even now with CNC and stamping. An artisanal and beautiful way to make a case. You can also see that from a dial side, it looks a lot like the 7027. The obvious difference is that what is a power reserve indicator on the 7027, here is a blued retrograde hand with an engraved scale from 0 to 60, and the watch does include a hacking seconds function. All of the finery you expect from a Breguet Tradition is here, starting with the dial. It's a solid disc of gold that's cut on hand-guided lathes, so rose lathe and straight line machines, and then it's silvered to create what you see here. So a solid guilloche main, or hand guilloche, hand-cut dial. And then from the barrel to the great wheel, third wheel, fourth wheel, escape wheel, the anchor, and then the balance. So this is actually very similar to the layout of many Breguet pocket watches. So this is not something they just dreamed up. When they came up with the Tradition line in the early 2000s and launched in 2005, the idea was that this was a proposal for how a Breguet pocket watch literally transposed into the wristwatch format would look, and it was a success. In my opinion, this is the single most innovative and enduring design Breguet has created since the Type 20 series was relaunched as a luxury watch in the 90s. And even today, it looks like nothing else in the industry. So you can see the finishing is high grade. Everything is frosted. There's no Côte de Genève because in Breguet's era, there would not have been Côte de Genève. So this frosted aesthetic is used everywhere, and then a sort of gratte main, or hand scraping, used on the white gold rotor, which is in the same form as the hammers equipped on Breguet's Perpetuel self-winding pocket watches. You can see, though, that something that probably wouldn't have been as prolific on the vintage watches, mirrored anglage, has been applied to the edge of these bridges. We also have many fired blued screws. Taking a quick look, we can see the engravings. Some of them are more ornately manual in style, whereas other ones are clearly stamped in by mechanical means. But this is the 505 SR automatic winding. It's got about a 50-hour to 55-hour power reserve, 5-position adjustment. Pivots on 41 joules. It's free sprung, and that's probably the most overtly modern aspect of the watch. When you look at the balance, it's not something you can see in motion, but this is a very modern free sprung balance architecture. Free sprung is better, as Andreas Streller and Rolex will tell you, because it allows more precise adjustment and it's more shock resistant. Plus, by recessing the screws out of the free airstream, the effect of aerodynamic drag on timing is reduced. Now, the watch also features an overcoil hairspring that's made of silicone, a very difficult thing to do. Breguet does this by making it in two pieces. So there's the primary set of coils, and then there's the overcoil structure. They're then clamped together so you can get something almost impossible to create with deep reactive ion etching alone, which is how silicone parts are made. So you have a combination of silicone and then an overcoil. The silicone makes it anti-magnetic and resistant to temperature drift. And then the overcoil means it breathes concentrically in different positions. The Breguet overcoil is probably the most famous overcoil of all time. Then we have a structure on top that is, it's reminiscent of Breguet's parachute shock protection system, but there is some discussion over whether this is fully functional. It's definitely shock protected, but some believe that there is a substructure that gives it conventional shock protection. So think Etashock, Inca Block, KIF, underneath this looming blued steel shock protection spring. That's definitely what Breguet parachute looked like, and I've got a Breguet pocket watch subscription series review that can show you what the original looked like. But in any case, this is a shock protected balance, and this is a love note to the fact that Breguet basically invented shock protection in wristwatches. The watch is lovely. In every regard, the finishing is beautiful. It holds up under scrutiny. The closer you get, the more impressive it becomes. And it gives you all the action on the dial side, so you don't have to flip it over. You can see the beveling, not just on the edge of the bridges, but also in the jewel sinks. And the wheels have a spoke design that's evocative of vintage Breguet pocket watches, so they took this concept as far as possible. Little details are honored as well. You can see the locating pegs that are used to locate these bridges on the base plate. Every single one of these locating pegs has been polished on its top, and then you'll note in proximity there, we have both mirror polished screws and fire blued screws. This watch doesn't force you to choose, you get both. It's all 30 meters water resistant, which no pocket watch ever was, so a big upgrade there. If you love this watch, it may be a long time before you see another. I hardly ever get these. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.